You're tuned in to the Ross Tucker Football Podcast, guiding your gridiron journey, none other than your host, former NFL lineman, Ross Tucker.
Oh, yeah, it is. But it's not just any Ross Tucker Football Podcast. It is a Finish Strong Friday. It's, of course, presented by DraftKings. You know how we do it on a Friday. I'll go over the game last night, my takeaways, the only things you need to know moving forward from the Saints and the Jags. And then I will give you my pick straight up for each and every game, week number 7 in the National Football League. 6 teams on byes this week, which makes it a little bit more interesting. And finally, I finally remembered to get winners and get them ready for you guys, which I'm very happy about because you deserve it. People like Jim Mullins, who posted about the Even Money podcast on Twitter/X and said he had another very profitable week thanks to Even Money podcast at Ross Tucker Pod. We love it, Jim. We saw it. We're glad you're trailing our picks. We're glad you're doing well. And we're happy to announce you as a winner on the show. All you need to do if you're announced as a winner, well, first of all you need to do to win is engage with any of our social media platforms, but especially a quote tweet or quote post, whatever we're calling it now. There's a great chance you'll get retweeted and an unbelievable chance that you'll be able to win like Jim did. So Jim, email me ross@rosstucker.com and let me know if you'd rather have a signed picture or card. Otherwise, I'm giving you one of these awesome press passes that I've picked up this year. Then you've got Harold Bone, who took advantage of our deal over at Raycon. Literally my favorite earbuds ever. Wednesday night, I'm at my daughter's volleyball practice. I'm working while I'm watching it. Just got my blue Raycon earbuds in. Love them. Love my Raycon earbuds. Congrats to you, Harold, for taking advantage of that deal. Those are going to be your favorite earbuds you ever have. And then the YouTube shout out, Gary Boudreau. Gary replied to one of the Fantasy Feast videos and just said, Joe Dolan is money. No, you are, Gary. You're money. Email me, ross@rosstucker.com. Let me know exactly what you want me to do with the shout out, who you want me to give it to. I love recording those videos on my phone. Then I just email you the link. You have it. People pay money for that, dude, on Cameo. You guys get it for free just for subscribing and commenting at youtube.com/RossTuckerNFL. Today's patron of the day, shout out goes to Jack Salisbury. Patreon.com/RTmedia. It's Big Show time.
The Big Show.
All right, we'll also talk about the Jaguars. They deliver on Thursday Night Football, moving to 5-2 with a 31-24 win over the Saints.
Huge win for the Jaguars. Big swing game for both these teams. I was surprised by a lot of things in this game. I mean, first of all, I didn't even know for sure that Trevor Lawrence was going to play earlier in the week. I certainly wasn't expecting there to be this many points in the game. Not only did he play, he looked great. He led the Jags in rushing. I feel like they almost pulled one over our eyes. They put a brace on him, and the next thing you know, Trevor Lawrence is running all over the place. So he looked great. Look, the Jags have now, in my mind, firm control of the AFC South. He looked healthy. Probably the biggest play of the game might have been the Foye Oluokun pick six. The former Yale safety who now plays linebacker for the Jags was all over the place. And honestly, it's a bad loss for the Saints. And there's too many of these for them the last couple years under Dennis Allen. Jamal Williams was back. They activated him off IR, but Kamara was the workhorse again. 29 touches for Kamara. 4 days after he had, 22 touches? Saints came up short on the goal line late in the game. They were really bad on third down. The only thing that kept them in it is they kept making plays on fourth down. I'll give credit to the Saints for the way they rallied late, for the way they scored late, made it a game, got down near the goal line again. But what takes them so long? Like, what takes them this long? And honestly, with their defense, they can't allow a banged-up Trevor Lawrence and Jaguars team to come into New Orleans and score that many points. Saints need to win games like 20-17, 23-20, not 31-24. They're just not going to score that many points. You know, just talking about New Orleans like makes my mouth salivate. The food is so good down there. By the way, this weekend, in any of these games, if the game goes to timeout, it's time to order on DoorDash. Is it halftime? That's ordering time. 2-minute warning, you got it. That's your cue to order in. Get everything you want delivered while you root for your squad. Yeah, that means burgers, fries, drinks, you name it. And if you have a Dash Pass membership, you can get the new Wendy's loaded nacho cheeseburger delivered. Yep, right now, the loaded nacho cheeseburger is exclusively available with Dash Pass at participating U.S. Wendy's for a limited time.
Want to know which team is going to win every single game on Sunday? Then listen up.
All right, Ross, we'll start with Detroit Lions. They're at the Baltimore Ravens.
One of the two games of the day, right? I mean, Lions, Ravens, and Eagles, Dolphins should be two incredible football games. You know, the Lions have been on an absolute roll lately. I mean, I don't know the stat in front of me, Jack, but I think they've won like 4 games in a row now, maybe by double digits. Remember, they beat the Chiefs by 1. Then they had that disappointing loss to the Seahawks at home. And I think they've won 4 straight by double digits. The real question mark here is just the running back position, with Montgomery being out, Gibbs still being banged up, Jack's buddy Craig Reynolds playing at running back. How do you know him again, Jack?
He's actually local, so he went to Abington, and he trained and worked out with a bunch of my friends that I played football with, and we just kind of had a similar circle. So that's how I know him. I think he's also like 2 years older than me.
Got it. Okay. Well, man, I'm so impressed. He runs like a 4.7, but you watch him, he plays a lot faster than that on the field. And that's probably, that 40 time is probably why he didn't go to Division I, but he's a stud, man. He's awesome. Love watching him play. I'm going to give the edge to the Ravens in this one because they're playing at home and because it feels like the Lions are coming in this one a little bit more banged up, especially at that running back position. But I wouldn't be surprised at all if the Lions win this one. I think this would be a major statement game for the Lions if they can pull this out on the road in Baltimore, to beat Kansas City on the road, to beat Baltimore on the road. But I'm going to go with the Ravens, and I think that Lamar's legs become a really big factor in what should be a fantastic football game. Cannot wait for this one. I'm going to say it's 24-23 Ravens. The Ravens have had a tendency to lose a lot of these close games lately. This time, I think they get it done.
So for your set, it was 4 straight 14-plus points they've won the last 4 games by.
I knew it was something like that. Thank you, Jack.
And we'll move forward to the Raiders, or at the Chicago Bears.
The Raiders. I mean, do we even know who's starting at quarterback for the Raiders?
Not that I'm aware of. I would assume it's Hoyer, but I mean, I feel like it could be anybody's at this point.
Could be Hoyer, could be O'Connell. I tend to doubt Jimmy G comes back. If it was bad enough that he had to go to the hospital, and he's got such a long injury history, I doubt it'll be him. I mean, this to me is a good example of why the NFL is wild. Brian Hoyer or maybe Aiden O'Connell against Tyson Bagent. Said exactly nobody before the season started for a Week 7 NFL game. But this is the way the NFL is. I am thrilled. First of all, no matter who starts, I'm excited for them, right? Hoyer gets a start later in his career, or Aiden O'Connell gets another start to show what he can do and that he improved from that first game against the Chargers. Or on the other side, Tyson Bagent, unbelievable, playing Division II football last year. Now he's starting for the Chicago Bears. I hope he lights it up. I mean, you know me, Jack. I root for any of these guys. Any guy that gets their shot, that gets their opportunity, man, I hope they're able to make the most of it. We shall see whether or not Bagent gets it done, but man, I hope he does. It'd be awesome. I don't even know what to do. I don't even know what to take in this game. I think, is it even off the board probably because of, oh no, it's on the board. The Raiders are favored on the road. You know what? I'm gonna go with my boy Bagent. I'm gonna go with Bagent and the Bears. I think Bagent plays well with the whole week of practice, and I think the Bears get the win. And we've got our first underdog of the week. They were good for us last week. I'll go, Jack. I don't think it'll be that many points though for either team. 20-17, 19-16, something like that. Bears.
Ross's underdog of the week.
Next, we've got the Cleveland Browns are at the Indianapolis Colts.
So this one smells like a Colts win. You know, the Colts had a bunch of turnovers last week. It didn't go very well. You know, they were terrible down in Jacksonville with the turnovers. The Browns had their big win over the Niners. I think a lot of people are probably expecting the Browns to win this game. I think the Colts win it outright. I think everybody's telling the Browns how great they are. I think the Colts come back home and get this win. You know why? Because that's the way the NFL works. That's just how it goes in these games. Browns are favored, so this is another underdog I'm taking early in today's show, Jack. Give me the Colts. I just don't think the Browns are going to score that many points. And I'll go the similar score to the last game I had. How about 19-16? Gardner Minshew and the crew get it done at home.
Ross's underdog of the week.
Next, we've got a Tucker Bowl. The Buffalo Bills are at the New England Patriots.
I mean, is there anybody in the galaxy who's picking the Patriots to win this game? Anyone? Anyone? Bueller? Anyone? Jack, you know what movie that's from?
Bueller? If I would assume Ferris Bueller days off when he's trying to take the attendance.
Ferris
Ferris
Bueller's Day Off, not Days. Have you seen the movie, Jack?
I have seen it multiple times, yes.
Okay, you have.
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay, that makes me feel better. That is a classic. That is an absolute classic. It must be so fun to be like your age and just have someone like me tell you about an awesome movie from the 80s that you can watch and enjoy. Although when you look back on those, are you like, these are so old and terrible, or can you appreciate them?
I appreciate them. I'm trying to think of the few that stand out like that's one. I'm trying to think of a couple. Breakfast Club is another really good one.
Oh, yes. Breakfast Club is great. Have you watched Top Gun?
Yes.
The original, not like the new one.
I've seen both.
How was the new one?
It was okay.
Oh, I thought people said it was awesome.
It was pretty much, I felt like it was the exact same movie as the first one, besides like the ending.
Interesting. What about Rocky IV?
I've seen all the Rockies. Rocky IV ended the Cold War.
You're just saying that because you've heard me say that.
No, I've been saying, my friend in high school I played football with, shout out Texas. That was like the one thing he would always say, because we'd always play Burning Heart when we would be lifting, and he would just always yell that.
That's amazing. Yeah, I mean, the Bills are going to win the football game. I think the only question is probably by how much. And I don't know. It's, you could say it's sad how it's going for the Patriots right now, but they really have nobody to blame but themselves. It's all on Belichick, and this is his roster, and this is his team, and he's done a really poor job putting it together. And they're going to lose. I'd be really surprised if they win. How about, let's go Buffalo, I don't know, at this point, 27? Although their offense hasn't been quite as dynamic. I think I'll go 23-16. Maybe the Patriots will keep it closer than we think. Good game for my peeps up in Buffalo and my peeps in New England and Massachusetts, Rhode Island to drink some Labatt Blue Lights. They're just so good. It just tastes so good when it touches your lips. Drink some Labatt Blue Lights with your friends. Live life to the power of we. Always enjoy responsibly. Beer, Labatt USA, Buffalo, New York.
Next, we've got the Washington Commanders are at the New York Giants.
Kind of hard to pick the Giants to win a game, right? I mean, now in fairness to them, they were much better, I thought, in this last game against the Bills. Obviously, could have won that game a bunch of different ways. And I wouldn't be shocked if they win this game. You know, that's just the way the NFL works. The Giants are kind of due for another win. And the Commanders coming off a big win on the road. Now they're on the road again. Daniel Jones limited in practice. We'll see whether or not he can go. I think the worst thing, if you're a Giants fan, is that it kind of feels like it almost doesn't matter whether it's Daniel Jones or Tyrod Taylor. Like, your guy that you are giving $40-some million a year, you shouldn't be indifferent whether it's him or Tyrod Taylor. That's problematic. I'll take the Commanders to win the game. But I don't know. Oh, man, I'm torn the way the Giants played. I'm going the other way. I'm going the Giants 20-17 because of the way their defense played. And that's another underdog, Jack. That's at least 3 now.
Ross's Underdog of the Week.
Next, we've got the Work Done Bowl. The Falcons are at Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
See, like, that's always impressive to me that you know that. How do you know that?
I mean, Warwick Dunn's a notable guy. He's got a couple Pro Bowls.
Yeah. I guess that's true, but that's like, these guys played pretty much before you were born, or when you were like first 5. Like, I don't know that much from like 79 to 84. My knowledge starts around 84, 80. Now I'm aware of like what Marcus Allen did and Marino's rookie year and that stuff, but that's just a little bit before my fandom. I'm gonna take. This is an interesting game. I'll take the Bucs to bounce back from a disappointing game against the Lions. Ritter has been much better at home than he has been on the road. I'll take the Bucs not wearing the creamsicles. Close game. Feels like every Falcons game is a close game. And I don't think there's that many points in this one. Let's go 21-19 Bucs.
Next, we've got the Pittsburgh Steelers are at the Los Angeles Rams.
You see where McVay's going to have a son any day, and he said, "My son knows better than to come, during a game." That's pretty funny. I like that line by McVay. I kind of like what I've seen from the Rams lately, but no Kyron Williams is a problem. Give me the Steelers coming off the bye. The stadium will be 90% Steelers fans. The Rams now don't have their foundational running back. I like the Steelers to get this done on the road, and they're another underdog. Man, I feel like I should have taken more of these underdogs on the Even Money podcast. But give me Pittsburgh, especially with the banged-up Rams. I think the Steelers win this one. Not a lot of points. 20-19. I'm really big on 19 today, I decided for some reason.
Ross's Underdog of the Week.
Next, we've got the Arizona Cardinals at Seattle Seahawks.
No, 21-20. 21-20, actually. I changed my mind. Cardinals, Seahawks. Cardinals have kind of faded the last few weeks. Not been as competitive. Seahawks, I thought, dominated the action against the Bengals and still lost. They're going to come back home, take care of business. Like Seattle quite a bit in this game. Feels like 27-13, 27-17 maybe.
Green Bay Packers are at the Denver Broncos.
Dun, 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 dun. Go, Pack, go. Dun, 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 dun. Go, Pack, go. Kind of hard to pick the Broncos to win football games. Very close spread here. Packers coming off of a bye. They'll obviously be fired up, ready to go. The Broncos, this game, Vegas is telling you it's a toss-up game. I don't know. I feel like the Packers are getting healthier, getting Aaron Jones back, coming off the bye. Give me the Pack, and I'll take them Let's get some points in this one, maybe. Jordan Love has a big day. 31-27 Packers.
Next, we got the Chargers are at the Chiefs.
Go. Chargers. Go. So I feel like these teams always play close games. By the way, I'm just looking at the Chargers being 2-3. Brandon Staley's getting in the danger zone. You know, you talk about coaches and hot seat. Brandon Staley, the coach of the Chargers, is getting into the danger zone. The Chargers have too much talent to lose games as often as they do, especially close games. I'm not going to pick them to beat the Chiefs. I do think it'll be a close game because that's all the Chargers play ever. So I think it'll be a close game, but ultimately, I'm not picking the Chiefs or the Chiefs to lose at home to the Chargers. What, you think I'm loco? You think I'm crazy? I'm going Chiefs. I think this will be a cool game. I think Chiefs 27, Chargers 24. Speaking of cool, Jack, I love people that dominate the fourth quarter of games, of life. How about just of business? In football, the fourth quarter is where the magic happens. It's where games are won, where champions are made. In business, it's where sales teams become legends. That's why HubSpot built Sales Hub, to give sales reps the deal-making tools they need to win their Q4. Sales Hub's prospecting workspace organizes your schedule, goals, and to-do list in one place to save your team precious fourth quarter time. And Smart Sequences help sales reps close deals faster than ever. So get ready to dominate Q4 with Sales Hub. Learn more at HubSpot.com/sales.
Next, we got the Eagles are rocking Kelly Green in honor of their Super Bowl 28 rematch against the Miami Dolphins. You're not getting that one? You don't remember there was a guy that fought the Eagles mascot on the sideline of the Super Bowl?
Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. That was against the Eagles?
Yeah, that was Swoop. I mean, I assume that was the Eagles. I mean, they didn't really show them, but I mean, they had Swoop and Kelly Green.
That is so funny. Look at you pulling out Ace Ventura. Very impressive, Jack. I like it. So this should be an awesome football game. Really, really looking forward to it. The Dolphins look super good. I mean, I don't know if many people thought the Dolphins would be the best team in the AFC, but that's certainly what they look like right now. Eagles coming to this one very beat up. You know, just because this is the way the NFL is, Jack, I'm going to take the Eagles. I don't feel great about it. But, you know, they lost to the Jets because they were -4 turnover ratio. I don't think it's going to happen again against the Dolphins. I think this game will be an instant classic. Let's go 28-27, the Eagles, with the red zone being the difference and the Eagles getting touchdowns in the red zone.
Next, and we'll wrap things up with the 49ers are at the Minnesota Vikings.
The Minnesota Vikings. There's no way I'm picking the Vikings to beat the Niners. The Vikings kind of having a weird year. We talked on Wednesday with Jordan Schultz about several of their players potentially being available via trade. I think another loss will just contribute to that even more, facilitate that even more. You know, the Niners are banged up. I'll be interested to see who they play, who they don't play, because you know they want to get those guys healthy for the second half of the year. So we'll see with all of them, Debo, McCaffrey, etc. I don't really think it matters. I think either way, I think the Niners are able to take care of business in this one. Let's go Niners 27, Vikings 17. Niners kind of pull ahead at the end, win by 2 scores. Hopefully the Vikings can at least make it entertaining or competitive for us for a while. Other than that, tomorrow I will be on CBS Sports Network. It's Western Michigan at Ohio. I've never been to Athens, Ohio. I've never been to Ohio U. I heard it's really, really cool. Driving down there as soon as we're done recording this. Looking forward to it. Might even meet up with a listener at a tailgate tomorrow. He already reached out to me on social media. I like that. We've been DMing. He mentioned a breakfast burrito. I'm a big breakfast burrito guy, so that sounds pretty darn good to me. Other than that, have a terrific weekend, everybody. Should be a fun weekend of football. I think we're done here.
Thanks for tuning in to the Ross Tucker Football Podcast. Make sure to also check out Even Money, Fantasy Feast, and College Draft, all on the DraftKings Network, YouTube, or subscribe to the podcast on your favorite platform.
Shout out to myfrontpagestory.com. Please just go to myfrontpagestory.com, throw your email address in there so you guys get the emails when they have special deals for the holidays, Valentine's Day, and Mother's Day. Myfrontpagestory.com. Love me some backofficeschedule.com, go-bengals.com, steakhousesports.com, humanheadnyc.com, Sporticulture, and Pizza Boy Brewing.